Welcome back. We just are really especially moved today to make a special blog. The reality of our situation here in Canada is that we are on the day that the truckers from the Freedom Convoy are set to arrive in Ottawa. This has a lot of concerns for me. I hear all the Christians talk about how they have opinions about truckers. I hear a few Christians talk about praying for the truckers, which I hope we're all doing. I hope we're all praying about the situation. And I hear an awful lot of both praise and condemnation for this group. I think what's happening in Canada, actually, is that Canadians are waking up and they're realizing they've been lied to and they've been had. And this is the first time where there's an actual movement that has the power to make something happen. What happened, I think, was we had a few very brave and very powerful pastors got early into the game and said, no, this is not godly. We're not supposed to be paying homage to government as though they are God. That there are things about this that are just totally wrong. And so we had a few pastors do that. Most of the pastors, in my experience, have said, oh, well, there's Romans 13. We have to be concerned about that, and we need to be obedient to the authorities. And I'm going to address that in another blog today. I think until now, there really hasn't been a vehicle by which the majority of Canadians have felt that they could be heard. And yet the truckers have a lever here, which is the economy of the country at their disposal. And I think their willingness to use it finally gives the ordinary Canadian a voice and an ability to stand up to the tyranny which has emerged from Ottawa and from the provincial governments and so on. And I think right now we've got a terrific opportunity at our hands. And so I think that those few pastors who have been at the forefront have righteously joined in, and I think the rest of us need to get behind this. So I hear a few Christians talk about praying, and I hope they actually are praying. And what I generally come to realize is that with our Christianese, we often talk about doing the righteous thing without actually doing the righteous thing. And so we need to get on top of this. We need to actually get on our knees, begin a fast if that's appropriate for you, and you need to begin to ask God particularly to save us, because it is only His hand that is going to turn the results of this one way or the other. Join me today, fasting and praying and asking God to do what He is going to do in this situation. Do pray for the truckers, pray for their safety, pray for the safety of all concerned. We're not looking for a violent confrontation. We're not calling for violence as a norm. We're calling for every peaceful solution to be pursued. But I do want to address what Jesus had to say. We are going to look at that because without the words of Christ and without a clear understanding of what the Bible teaches concerning statism and the idea that the government is God, without a clear understanding of that, there is a misunderstanding of why there was even a need for an American Revolution. And I think we do need a history lesson and we need a Bible lesson to teach us the ways of God in going forward when there is no peaceful resolution possible. We know that we're not going to start anything, and I want to be very clear about that. I'm not calling for us to start anything at all. But I am talking about us standing up to the use of violence by government. I am not calling for an uprising, and I'm not calling for the use of violence. It's not a good solution. It never will be a good solution. We need to be not intimidated by the powers that be telling us what we can talk about, what we can't talk about. And that includes the proper use of a revolution. And so we want to look at that from the Bible, and we're not talking about creating a situation. What does the Bible say? And let's pray for the truckers. That's our number one job, and it's what I'm calling for in this video. Pray for the truckers. Pray for those in Ottawa who have to receive them. Love ya. We'll talk to you next week.